You know, audience at home, I bet that a good tabletop game master would have moved everyone to the place they are supposed to be on the overlay ahead of time if he was on top of his game. There we go. Welcome to King Arthur Pendragon 5.2, the Great Pendragon Campaign, episode question mark. We are doing the Cozy Upper Wishes 2026 Make-A-Wish International Campaign. This is a special scenario which I have set up for all of our players here called the Undeliveranced Brew. Now, we have reached our goal of $300. You can continue to donate. Your donations towards King Arthur Pendragon will work against the players. At the $5 donation level, you will subtract from the players' rolls. At the $25 donation level, which is limited to only 6, one of which has already been claimed, and Glimo donated $50 but didn't claim anything, so if we start moving too fast and I need to slow the plot down, I might just pull two of his donations out. You will be given puzzles, riddles, or challenges which are suited to one or more members of this group. We will roll a d20 on a very similar chart to the marriage chart for the marriage of Earl or Count Robert, Earl Robert. And whatever skill is selected on that, all of you will be unable to roll it until you complete the riddle, challenge, or puzzle. You might remember the bottom of that chart. It had 16 courtly skills, and then the bottom of the chart had 4 challenges. I have removed those 4 challenges, and instead, it is lance, spear, sword, and horsemanship, which means there is a possibility you may be left unable to defend yourself in combat unless you solve my riddles. Which I did not develop any of them. Let's be so clear about this. These are all borrowed riddles. Also, there's something blue involved as well. One is old, one is new. Wow. I hardly know where to start. We hear someone say, Kendrick Dupiton. And Kendrick, there's only one being who can call you that name ever since your true name has been stolen and sealed by the King of Fairies. A 3-foot-tall, almost childish-looking human with silver gray hair is eating an apple as he walks into his throne room that you guard ceaseless and unending whether he is here or not, and in the process moves past you and slaps a nearby satyr on the ass before plunking himself down into a throne which is many times too big for his small childlike form, and continues crunching on the apple and says, "How's it going today, Kendrick?"
It's going quite well, my liege.
Remind me, what was the title you ended up settling on?
Sir Arctos.
Arctos, the Knight of Arctos. Very well, very well. I have a guest I'm expecting very shortly. See him in when he arrives. And you hear a triple rap of a piece of wood hitting the door in front of you.
And I will move to the door and open it up and see who it is.
The door creaks open. As it does, you feel an immediate wave of animosity and hatred for the man before you, which confuses you at first because he's not a Saxon. He is a tall, older British gentleman. He's wearing very fine, futuristic silk, like way beyond the capabilities of what you would consider modern day England. Hundreds, perhaps thousands of years in the future. The robes are light, voluminous, almost Nazgul-ish in their dark green, but they are lit on the outside by these incredible golden threads, which kind of create runners throughout his stuff. He also has a emblem of some sort of green snake next to him. He's holding a staff and he goes, "Yo, yo, yo, what's up, my man? I'm here to see the king."
Very well. How may I announce you?
"Oh, you know, Just tell him it's the whiz. And he lights up a bowl right in front of you.
Your name is the Wiz?
He'll know.
Very well. Sir Arctos will turn around and say, Your Majesty, the Wiz is here to see you. And he'll gesture for him to come in.
The king goes, Merlin, good to see you. And this Merlin comes in and walks next to you, stops, turns to look at you and says, hold on a second. Can you look the other way for a moment?
No.
Okay. This is on you then. His face looks strange for a moment. You hear the sound of something hitting the floor and an incredible smell of human refuse. Then you see him take a little wand out of his robe and goes, disapparate. Sorry, that's just how we did it back in my day, baby. Salazar taught me that one.
Interesting.
He starts making his way forward while smoking a bowl and goes to talk to the King of Fairies, Oberon, for a short time. After they conclude a discussion, Oberon says, Kendrick, I have decided to put your services to the test here. I know it's been some time, basically never have you left my throne room since you entered my service. I'm gathering up a team of specialists from all across fairy England. We have a package that needs delivering.
Very well.
You will lead this team on my behalf.
Very good. What is it we're delivering?
Well, I need you to go pick up beer. And several of the fairies in the throne room nearby are like, oh, beer. And Oberon says, yes, I know. Human beer. The one thing we cannot live without. What we are all hopeless and needlessly addicted to. We must have a special brew that is brought back specifically. And then he puts his elbows on the throne, which is very difficult because, again, the throne is very big for him and he is a small, tiny child man. The Baron Taltha. And someone nearby faints and goes, the Baron Taltha! Someone nearby begins twirling in place like a ballerina and then says, the Baron Taltha, and then gestures towards you, Kendrick.
Kendrick will perform his part of the Baron Taltha, whatever that is. He knows, but I do not.
Oh, we'll see if he knows. I believe we have the dice roll for that one, my friend.
Uh-huh. Okay. So what dice roll would you like?
I believe there's a skill on your character sheet called dancing.
There is. Oh, and I am not good at it.
Wow, that's crazy, dude. Remember when you said you knew you're part of the Baron Taltha? If you hit a 2, I'm going to be so mad.
Here it comes.
Yeah?
Nope, that's a 15.
Hey, you had a 1 in 20 chance, brother.
Yeah.
I believed in you. You perform what you think is your part of the Baron Taltha. And some of the nearby fairies laugh behind hands, and the king immediately goes, silence! He is immortal, becoming a fairy. We will not laugh at his attempt to learn our culture. Only I'm allowed to laugh at him because he's very funny and I'm punishing him for 50 years. I really don't know why he swore himself to my service. I didn't ask. I didn't intimidate him. He just out of nowhere offered his life after death to me. That's funny. The rest of you, do what I say or else. And everybody's like, I'm leaving the throne room before the king gets real upset. Go. The team I have gathered will be waiting for you outside. Merlin comes forward and says, oh, hold up a sec, dog. Hold up a sec. Let me bring you a little something. And now I need you all to join the tabletop simulator.
Okay.
As the first of 6 puzzles has been revealed. I don't know who... The person who bought this puzzle is anonymous, so thank you for doing this. Let's see, James, can you roll a d20?
In Roll20 or on
In
on
roll
the
20,
table?
in roll 20.
Yeah.
We're going to see which skill ends up getting locked until you complete Merlin's puzzle, the puzzle of chess.
6.
Very well. Now, you can, of course, choose to simply not do the puzzle. You can choose to ignore the puzzle, but your folklore skill for all of you is locked until you complete the puzzle. The premise of this puzzle is you may only make legal chess moves, and you must take all 4 black pawns with the knight.
And these squares here are
Those squares there are
unavailable.
completely, you cannot access them. Anything with a black checker is unaccessible. Now, while you're all looking at that, we're going to hop over to, is it Harad? Sir Harad?
Yes.
Harad. You recognize Sir Kendrick, but for some reason his name eludes you. You don't know the name of the person approaching you. He's also holding some sort of puzzle box that has chess pieces in it. He's fiddling with it.
Good sir, I feel we met once before, but I cannot place you.
Sir Arctos. I serve King Oberon.
I also serve the king from time to time.
And what am I to call you?
I am Harad.
Harad. Does Kendrick still have his memories of Harad?
Yes, but also you can do that thing you can do now.
Oh, okay. Very well. I shall take you into my service then.
Great. Awesome.
Harad.
You can no longer call yourself Harad.
You must come up with a title for yourself, as I have bound you to me.
You now are required to perform 50 years of service to this person before you can reclaim your name.
Don't I already have a service that I'm doing?
Yes, but now you're also serving him at the same time.
This is great.
Spoon is so glad to be on the side of fairy magic for once.
I was really hoping that
you were hoping Merlin would tell you his name.
would fuck up.
Yeah, but Merlin was like, "Yo, what's up, dude? I'm the Wiz."
Yep.
You thought you could get me with that? Absolutely, but I was on my game for once.
I mean, I at least I wasn't like, "Hey, can I have your name?"
Yeah, that would have been so mean. Classic though, classic.
Yep.
James, your boy awakens. You know that you have been killed by King Arthur. You know that you have had a particular encounter, and now you find yourself, you are wearing the clothes you had at the moment of death, but you find that you have an ability to summon to yourself memories of your armor and your weapons. You can clothe yourself in righteousness at any moment. You are seated on a large rock outcropping at the edge of a river, and there is a man with a tonsure seated who is using a fishing rod to fish. You're muted, by the way.
I have one question for you, because you indicated that I had the benefits of being a religious knight, but
Correct.
I wasn't a religious knight before I died.
You are a religious knight now.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
I'll approach the man by the river then.
He says, welcome, friend, welcome. So, you've made your way into purgatory.
That's better than I expected, but very fair.
You were a good Christian man for the most part, with some exceptions. But God is very forgiving of their sins.
Then what's to happen next? Is there ways that I can remove my sin?
Of course. course. For you, time does not pass while you are in purgatory. Your friends and family back in the material world who have bodies go with their souls. They will say mass. They will offer indulgences in your name. When they pray for you, some small part of the goodness in them is transferred and lifts the weight of your sins off of you. But also there are services you can do if you want to kind of speed this thing up, because it could be a while.
Well, I have eternity.
Well, if you just want to sit here and fish with me, that's fine. But God does have a mission for you if you would like, my child.
No, what I mean is I'm happy to perform any service that's required because I have the...
All good Christian knights would be of that. As you know, God is all-knowing, all-powerful. You know the whole thing. I dare say you've been to a few church services in your life. God does owe a few favors from time to time to some beings who have served him well. One of them being Oberon, the king of the fairies, and he's calling a marker in. I cannot guarantee anything for you, but if you were to go and complete one last quest, I suspect you may find your soul in less mortal peril than you would think. Perhaps you'll meet some old friends along the way.
Then where do I start this quest?
When you're ready, step through the door. You look behind you as he gestures, and there's a door by the end of the rock.
Very well. I will approach the door.
I haven't looked at.
Wow! I have solved the puzzle.
I don't think you have. I think because you can't move to any of those spaces. You can't.
I did not move the checkers. The only time I moved the checkers was when I took them with the knight.
No, but you can't take the checkers. They're not.
I'm sorry.
As I mentioned, the knight must take all 4 pawns because only the knight can hop over.
I thought it was you had to take all of the checkers pieces with the knight.
No. I was like, I'm hearing so many moves on and not on roll 20. Then.
I know this puzzle, so I was watching Spoon go, and I didn't have a chance to jump in and say you can't do that, but
I misunderstood the goal. Then
I taught my son this one once, so
that's really unfortunate because I picked this puzzle for you.
You're already wrong, but anyway.
Okay.
You just said you're already wrong. Incredible. So good. Anyway, all three of you are reunited as James, you step out of thin air and you materialize outside Oberon's castle next to two people who I think you've all met before.
Yeah, I think we've.
But for some reason, you no longer know the names of either of the two people in front of you. You know them, but for some reason, you can't call to mind what their names could be.
Brothers?
By the way, Spoon, you do have to tell Glimo the other part of your ability.
Oh, yeah. Hang on 1 second.
Hey, P, would you do me a favor and just drop an editable note card onto the board beside the
of course.
Beside the
Why not?
board?
Yeah.
Wait, what is the other part?
He has to. He can only be referred to as a title, which he selects.
Yeah, I did tell him that he can make up a title for himself.
I am the Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor. He's the Inquisitor Knight.
Kendrick Sir Arctos will turn to the newly arrived Quegan and say, "Welcome. Are you
Blaine,
part of the team that the king is putting together?"
You don't remember me, brother?
I do. I am Sir Arctos. We have served together for many years, both in this life and our previous.
The name doesn't ring a bell, but I recognize you. So,
what shall we call you?
I mean, I assume I still have my name, do I, AP?
You do.
Yeah, it's still Wigan, as always.
You don't have to do this, Spoon. You just
Sure.
can do this.
Yeah, I can. Does Wigan show any signs of becoming a Fey Knight?
No.
As Kendrick does? Okay.
He's fully...
Harad does, though, right?
Yes, Harad does appear to be somewhat fairyish. Harad, if you'd like to describe your new form. Sorry, the one who was once called Sir Harad. Yes.
Yeah, I can call him Harad.
Oh, the Game Master can't, though?
Yeah, so I think the last time that we saw Harad, he had already started to have developed rabbit ears, if I'm remembering correctly from the last scene that we did with him.
Yeah, yeah.
And his skin is much darker than the last time that that you saw him. Actually, Cactus has seen Harad previous to this in his current form, but Guigan has not.
I think for the purposes of making James come up with a title for himself, I will bind Sir Guigan into my service.
Great.
Do I need a title?
You do now, as I have stolen your true name. Yeah. However, you do get my protection, as such as it is, from the rest of these fey creatures.
So
James looks so confused.
So I'm just
wondering how this plays out in the scene. Yeah.
I mean, that's a great question. That's a great question for how I don't know exactly how my power works
Fairy magic,
narratively.
Man.
I just know that I can do this thing.
So do I know that my name's being taken in, or
yes?
Okay.
Yeah, because...
I mean, he just told you that, but also yes. You
instinctively
know.
Did he tell me that? Because I didn't see a role play thing where he actually said, "I've just
very well,
my service."
Spoon, role play it now. I choose you.
All right. Sir Guigan.
Yes.
I'm afraid that due to our circumstances, I have been given your true name, and thus I will take you into my service as a fairy knight. Until released from my service, you may no longer use your name, and you must come up with a title, as I am Sir Arctos, and this is the Inquisitor.
Very well. I will then use the name of my father, which was picking up. It's logged me up. You may refer to me as Sir Greed.
Agreed. Very well. Do both of you know what our task is here? Or
no, I do not.
Very well. We are been tasked by King Oberon to retrieve a brew and bring it back to the fairy court here, so that they may enact the Baron Talfa. What was the name of the beer again?
So, the brew must be picked up from Caerleon, and it must be blessed by a priest. And you know that Oberon prefers brews that have been brewed by the Archbishop Dubricus. who happens to also be the
Oh
bishop
yes,
of Caerleon.
oh yes, and he likes because the one of Kendrick's last things that he did was buy a bunch of beer from Archbishop Tubercus and sell it to the King of Somerset. Oh man, okay.
That's crazy, dude.
We must travel to the mortal realm and the city of Caerleon to retrieve the king's favorite beer.
Very well.
When this task is over, I will release both of you from my service.
Very well.
Let's find some mounts.
So,
we'll head.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we head over to the stables.
Great. You will need to travel south and west in the Fairylands in order to arrive at the side of Fairy that is next to Caerleon, but that will also require you to travel forward, because west in Fairy terms is forward in time, and traveling south means you will travel day-wise, meaning that what day of the week it is will continue to go up the further you travel forward. Great.
Hang on.
What kind of mounts you guys want?
The time travels
forward if you go west, and it goes back if you go east.
I see. Okay.
The 4 directions are day, night, forward, back.
I see. And do we know that we're in basically the Forest Sauvage?
No, you're actually in Cameliard.
Okay, so
you're
we're
in the fairy
north.
version of Cameliard, where the king is.
Okay.
That is where he has set up his throne for the moment, but he moves his palace around wherever he needs it.
Okay.
So you must travel the fairy version of the King's Road.
Yeah.
What kind of mounts are you thinking about? What kind of fairy mounts are you thinking about?
The Inquisitor has a white hind.
Incredible.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. I think Sir Arctos has a black stallion.
Very well. James, you can actually just summon up your favorite horse that you remember. Any horse you've had that has died and gone to heaven, which all horses automatically do when they die, you may summon back into your service.
Because the only horse I ever named was a Wayne's first horse. So I've never really sort of. So let's just assume that Quicken fetches his favorite horse, whichever that may be.
The gates to heaven open in front of you, and a horse steps out majestically with angelic wings and a halo. It trots forward. Glad to see you again.
Hello, old friend. Glad to see you well. Well, man up.
Great. All of you begin to ride, not forward, but backward, as you begin to head east in order to make your way towards what would be the fairy version of Leicester and Lambor. As you begin your journey, you find yourself somewhere in a fairy forest at a bridge that a troll is guarding, and the troll says, "Hey, what is this then? Looks like a couple of fairy knights and some sort of dead Christian coming this way."
You guard the passage here.
Aye.
We are on the king's business. Step aside.
I won't. I've got a toll here.
You would delay the king's servants on the king's business.
The king can lick me. I'm a troll and this is a bridge. The king understands troll business.
Very well. What is your toll?
My toll is you have to solve my brother's riddle. And another troll comes out from under the bridge and says, both of us speak nothing but lies, and everything we've said so far is false. Are we telling the truth? And the second one goes, ooh, and they both begin moving their hands like they're washing a window.
I'm gonna use my ability.
Yeah? Okay. Great. Neither of them are lying.
They're telling the truth.
So when you say they're telling the truth, one of the trolls goes, "You're wrong," and the other one says, "I agree. You're wrong. So you're wrong. You can't cross here." Then he immediately begins doing the Macarena.
Except that you're lying
sorry.
now.
This is not a riddle. This is a question. There are far more components to riddles than am I telling the truth?
You don't like our riddles?
No, I don't.
All right. We'll do a new one then. We're resetting. We're doing a new one. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. One of them takes out a placard that says, there are 2 guards. One of the guards will allow you to pass over the bridge. The other one will kill you. One guard always lies. The other one is always wrong, but wants to be honest. He's just always wrong.
I feel like I've done this one before. The last time I was here. Not at this specific bridge, of course. But have we met before? I asked the trolls.
Yeah. Interesting. Have we
I don't know
met?
if you're
Which one are you asking?
The one on the left.
Okay. He says, yes, we have met before.
I'm sorry, I don't remember your name.
He doesn't say anything.
Okay.
So I have completed the chess puzzle. I don't know if you wanted to check the end state. Like I started to write down all the moves, but I ran out of space to type into.
I confirm that this is the correct solution to the puzzle. You may now use your folklore skill.
Okay.
I point to to the troll on the left, and I say, "What would the troll on the right say?"
Hold on, I have to think this one through. That's pretty tough.
Isn't it normally, if I was to ask them this question, what would be their answer?
Yeah.
That's typically the solve for this, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just trying to gather as many people into my service as I possibly can.
I understand, but you didn't ask him a question, technically.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because I didn't want to spoil it.
So, you ask him that question, and he says, I do know what he would say.
Very well. If I were to ask him if he would kill me, what would he say?
You're asking the one on the left again?
Yes.
You were to ask him. Yes, he would kill you.
All right, then.
Is he lying or telling the truth?
You're asking if the one on the left is lying or telling the truth?
Whichever one just spoke.
He is lying, yes.
Yes.
So do we have to pick to get past this?
Which one are you asking?
The one on the left again.
He says, no, you don't have to pick.
Oh, excellent. We'll just pass then.
I can let you pass.
Well, you just told us we don't have to pick, so you're obviously lying.
So are you saying that the one on the left is the liar and not the one who is wrong? Okay, great. The one on the left goes, fuck. All right, you can go over the bridge.
I look at the one on the right.
The one on the right says, no, the game's over. You can go over the bridge. I'm the one who's wrong, but I believe that I'm right when I tell you the thing that's wrong.
I see. Very well.
The two of them step aside to give you access to the bridge.
We'll cross.
Great. You cross the bridge. By the way, we're closing Tabletop Simulator, by the way.
Okay. Don't need any more?
There are no other puzzles needed for that.
Okay.
Oh. You've completed my lying puzzle, huh? Sorry, my lying riddle.
Yeah, your lying riddle of tell us which one's telling, or tell us which one is lying.
Lebo asked some really tough questions. It took me a hot second to parse.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the one who's wrong would tell you the wrong answer, but then the one who lies would tell you that the one who's wrong is wrong is wrong. So the one who lies would tell you the right answer when you ask him what the one that's wrong would do?
Who's on first?
It's truly very difficult for me to work my way through. As you continue to, hey, we just got a donation from Sugar Lumps. I'm not, OBS is too small to read that. I need to go to the actual Totify page.
Sugar Lumps, good to see you, my friend.
Sugar Lumps.
Okay, that's now the name of my horse, by the way.
You're,
yes. That's nice.
you know, oh, you didn't want to steal the horse's name too? It's a good thing the horse can't give you its name because it can't speak.
I thought about asking one of the trolls to give up his brother's name, but I don't think it works that way.
It doesn't work that way. You have to get it from the person.
Yeah.
I says the solution is to stab one of them to death and then ask the other one is still alive.
I was getting pretty close to being like, all right, I just pull out my lance and I
the way the puzzle
works.
The way the puzzle works is that Glimo is the only one who could answer it because they both lie, but one of them isn't lying per se, he's just wrong. Right. And Glimo had a lie detecting ability, which he's not only remembered, but used repeatedly. I thought for some reason he'd forget that he had it, and then we'd be here for like 20 minutes asking questions.
Yeah, it would be good if the guy that lies doesn't know he lies. He assumes he's talking the truth.
Yeah, he thought he was telling the truth. Yes, exactly. He's not lying, he's just wrong all the time.
Yeah.
You all continue on your way forward as you make your way south and west past the Forest Sauvage. And as you are making your way there, you can see that a cohort of fairies has begun to gather along one of the rivers nearby. And one of them nearby is just like a very tiny, like pixie fairy, like dashes toward all of you and says, "Don't you know? Don't you know? There's trouble up ahead."
What sort of trouble?
It is the Night of Song.
Yes, tell me more.
Well, he won't let you pass over his bridge unless you can compete with him in a song battle. Why did you take a big sigh right there? We're fairies. Song battles are a classic part of our culture.
I understand. I just wish there would be places other than bridges.
But if you don't stop someone at the bridge, they could just walk away and not compete in the song battle. The whole point is to make people uncomfortable by interviewing them while they're on the subway or something. When they can't escape.
Very well.
I am a passable singer. If you recall, the times I would serenade the court. Not exceptional, but I would say exactly average.
Ah, very good. I'm also slightly above average, but we could perhaps
a duet then.
see what this night of songs is all about.
Epic rap battle time.
You approach forward, and you see that there are two knights astride destriers. Both of them are 7 feet tall. One is light-skinned, the other is dark. One wears a baseball cap backwards, the other wears a baseball cap forwards. One has a jersey that says Oakland, and the other has one that says 8 Mile. The knight, who is pale of skin, steps forward and says, "Gentlemen, you approach my bridge, and it would be wrong to not inform you. I am the Knight of Song. If you wish to take this rose, a song you must compose, and compete with me in a battle today, or I shall find you waylay." And he puts his hand on a sword.
Your companion, is he also a knight of song?
Sir K. the Knight of Rap. No, he shall not be competing in this particular contest.
I see.
That's because I concede. He's the best.
Very well. Sir Arctos will pull back and confer with his compatriots.
I mean, he's already shifting pentameter, so his two sets there did not align to the same mechanisms.
So I have to maintain congruity in my pentameter? James, that's too difficult for me. All right, I'm but a mortal man. I am not the Knight of Song.
AP, it's for the kids.
It's for the kids? This is my chess battle right here.
It seems we must best this night of songs in a lyrical contest to pass this bridge.
The Inquisitor is not a singer.
Very well. I think this contest will be up to myself and Sir Greed.
Now, do note, someone has to compose the song before you sing it.
I think I am a terrible composer.
I do have a good compose.
Very well.
Yeah, my compose is not great.
I will be of no help to you here.
All right. May I roll some dice, AP?
Of course, I would never stop you from rolling dice.
All right, I'm going to start with loyalty order, even though it's absolutely terrible.
Of course.
But I succeed.
Nice.
You know what? Take a check mark. We'll do end of eon.
Yeah.
That's right. Even in death, I still serve. Well, yeah, it's a possible.
Okay.
10 out of 20.
Pretty good. What is the courtesy roll here for?
Oh, no, sorry, I was looking. Sorry, I rolled the wrong score. Sorry,
I mean, you rolled
sorry.
a 10, which I'm assuming is going to be a pass.
Well, it would have been a 9, so I rolled a 9 because it was plus 1.
Right.
So
Wouldn't it matter?
One
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. I'll take that 4 for your singing as well. You know,
okay. Well,
this is real life.
You'd
You'd just be rolling dice on the table. So yeah, great. How good is this song then? What's your singing skill? And you get a +5 for compose.
Out of 10. So
okay, so you have a 15 skill and you hit a 4 because you get a +5 for composing ahead of time.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Awesome. Do a pretty good song. Why don't you tell me what your song is, Mr. Iambic Pentameter?
It's in the theme of it. It's like, well, like what it's about.
Yeah. Just curious. I'm not going to make you compose it on the spot like I had to, but yeah, you just tell me what your song's about.
Because I channeled loyalty order, I think it's like our story as an order, like the time that we spent together, and now we ride together once more in death. One last, one last ride. That's
Very well.
That's yeah.
You see that the Knight of Song and the Knight of Rap both seem impressed. And Sir K-Dot says, "Truly, this song does honor to the wise man of the East, Khalifa, and to the man of Britain, Charlie Puth." And the Knight of Song goes, "Yeah, okay." And the two of them move their beautiful elven destriers aside to allow your party to pass through. As
Very
you
well.
all make your way over the bridge, you see a horse riding alongside the river beside you. Dark green, sort of tattered, cloaked knight sitting atop, two swords across his back. "Oh,
Why?
me." The knight is slumped forward, riding beside you. "Help me."
Don't know that. I think Kendrick is the only one who may recognize this knight.
Yeah?
If he is
so?
who I think he is, yeah. Can I roll either a recognize or heraldry?
I'm afraid you're going to have to roll fairy lore.
Okay.
I moved to help him, by the way.
Very well. You moved to help him. Very good.
Yeah.
That's a failure.
That's so unfortunate for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to help this gentleman, and
I mean, is it clear what helps? Is he looking for help standing up? Is he like what is?
so
what
he
is
is
his...
he is on a horse.
Yeah.
The horse is trotting forward. He's leaning forward in the horse, perhaps as if wounded or something.
Yeah. I think probably the first thing to do would be to try to like grab the rein of his horse to stop it so I can help him.
Okay. As you go to grab the rein of his horse, you take 17 damage as he moves to cut your hand off. And your armor and your... Do you have armor of chivalry?
I do, yes.
Right. Your armor of chivalry and your material armor both slow and stop the sword as the creature fully throws back its cloak, holds out its two swords, and we see that this is not a man on a horse. This is a man horse, a Nuka Levy. And as it stands there, it says, "Sir Blaine sends his regards." And hey, we're going to go on break. And when we come back, we're going to do some stuff. Audience at home, listen, this is a charity event for the kids. I just want to say, if you were, while we were away, to activate one of the puzzles, there's a 1 in 20 chance that the puzzle would be locking their sword skill, which will make the upcoming fight a lot harder, is all I'm saying. If you want to ruin these guys' lives. If you want to make things really tough for these guys. Anyway, we'll be back in about 5 minutes for the second part. We're back, and we're fighting a Nuka Levy. What do you guys want to do?
Beat the shit out of it, of course.
Look.
I mean, this is one of the things that killed Owain.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Could be the one.
Yeah, I was saying it could be the one that killed Owain. Sir Arctos is going to draw a sword and charge.
Okay. So just note, the Nuka Levy can only be attacked by 2 riders or 4 men afoot at the same time. So all 3 of you cannot attack the Nuka Levy at once. Mm-hmm. So if you are charging on a horse, you have locked in that only one other person.
He knocked me off my horse from that first attack. So,
wow, brutal.
Oof. Rough.
Yeah,
for full 6.
Yikes.
James is gonna lose another character to a Nuka Levy. So is it? I'm sorry. Is it two knights on horseback?
2 knights on horseback or 4 men afoot can attack.
Or 4 men afoot. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Could you have one on horseback and 2 on foot?
I'll buy that. By order of substitution, 1 on one side and 2 on the other. Sure.
And I'd also put forward that by definition, the nuclear is not mounted.
Oh, yeah.
No. I'm not expecting you to give us a +5, -5.
Yeah, I'm not. Just to be clear, I'm not.
All right. So
well, let the 2 on horses go in first.
Yeah.
Great.
Are you going first?
Yeah.
Arctus.
I'm just.
So we are declaring that all 4 of you are attacking, and then
all 4 of us.
Sorry, all 3 of you are attacking, and the Inquisitor is staying on his horse to attack for this round.
No, I think that while those 2 are mounted, I will stay back so that the 2 mounted riders can attack.
Well.
And then if one more person,
you also have to. You also have to stand up.
Yeah, that's true. So I'll stand defensively in my action.
The Safari zone this dude. Throw rocks at him from afar.
I'm gonna go ahead and swing my sword.
Great. He's also gonna swing his sword.
I got a success with a 5.
He got a success on a 15.
All right.
Is he splitting his pull at all?
He doesn't have to. Nukulevi set a rule that say you don't have to do that.
Nice.
Each attack may be directed at a separate opponent within reach, using its full appropriate skill value. Yeah, that's right. He's a big bad fairy creature, and he doesn't have to play by the rules that the rest of you do. 20 points of damage to you, one who was once called Sir Kendrick and is now known as Sir Arctos.
So 20 points.
Yes.
All right, I take 2.
Great. How's your size doing, old man?
It's not bigger than 20.
Great. What I like to hear, honestly.
Success on my horsemanship.
All right. One who is now known as the Inquisitor. Are you prepared to throw dice?
I am. I am going to impassion loyalty order of the axe.
Logical.
I succeed. That never works.
And he's right. He's right. I have a 13.
I have a 14.
Wow, he won over me. Very well. Show me your damage, sir.
$16.
Okay. His armor is 5. Getting my stats out here. Got it. Locked in. Next round. All of you get to make your decisions first. His plan, unless something desperate changes, is to engage the 2 people who are fighting him with attacks, sword attacks.
You said we could do 2 on foot, one mounted?
Yep.
The Inquisitor will jump off his horse.
Horsemanship roll, please.
I fumble my horsemanship.
Great. Please deal damage to yourself, and you don't get to act this round, and you have to stand up next round.
It's but D6.
Yeah.
Absolutely
brutal.
Well, at least it's only 1 damage.
Yep.
One who was once known as a Christian knight. You watch as the Inquisitor turns and gestures for you to join him. He hops down off his horse. His spurs get caught up in his reins, and he just face plants, the horse taking off and dragging him for a little bit.
I guess I'll step in then to fight.
Great. You charge into combat against the Nukulevi. The Nukulevi looks around at all of you, slimy, dark green, and its body just drops the swords it's using and forms new arms in the directions you are now with swords in them and goes, "You cannot defeat me. I am the bane of your order."
With that, I'm going to roll loyalty order of the axe.
Okay, have you rolled a passion?
A passion. I have not.
Great. Awesome.
That's a success.
All right. He misses.
It's 5. Success.
The Nuka-Levy is a skilled combatant, perhaps not as great as the greatest knights of Britain, and it is having to split its attention between fighting 2 expert swordsmen at once. But sword block. Sometimes he just drops the sword, generates a new arm, and a sword blocks. But then, a critical moment, he turns to watch, and you can see that his malevolent fairy nature compels him to watch as the Inquisitor is being dragged away by the reins of his horse, his spur caught in the leather harness. And as that happens, there's a brief opening where you get a cut right across the Nuka-Levy's chin. 23 is actually quite a bit of damage.
Yes.
-5 armor is going to end up being 18, I believe.
Yep.
This is still not enough to force him to make a stay standing roll, nor is it a major wound.
I think it's me.
It is you. Fumble. All right. Well, this combat was supposed to last like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Anyway, go ahead. You literally cut off the arm that this guy is using to sword at you, and in the process, he goes.
I think as he drops the arm, I grab his sword and stab him with it.
He goes, "What? No, impossible!"
We got great damage there, so
Great.
Oh, 21 is all right.
Well, great news. You tell me how you killed this Nuka-Levy with his own arm.
Well, I think it's like, you know, it's that Game of Thrones moment where like the weapon just drops and you grab it low when they're not expecting it and stab it up from into the abdomen of the humanoid torso part.
Planes will destroy you. I will return. And then he turns into like a slimy, gooey mess and begins to sort of goo his way towards the river nearby.
That was for my cousin.
As the Whistler's being dragged off into the distance by
Right, that took 9 minutes to complete a half-an-hour fight. Incredible.
Yeah.
I remount Sugar Lumps and go after the Inquisitor to try and recover him.
Yeah.
The 3 of you get back underway. And as you are walking down the road, you see that there is a man approaching you. He is wearing gotta figure out the name of this thing again. He's wearing a deerstalker cap, and he has a small pipe, and he's smoking from it. Sort of like a modern brown coat, and like brown slacks as he approaches you and says, "Ho, gentlemen, ho. I see before me 3 knights.
Indeed.
I have a riddle for you if you'd like."
Give us your riddle, I think so.
Yes, please do.
Great. Now let me be clear. We are in the middle of a road. You can go around me at any time. I'm not threatening you. I'm not stopping you in any way.
You've been courteous. It would be discourteous of us not to at least hear your riddle.
I really appreciate that. So he sits down on a nearby rock and continues smoking his pipe, and he says, "Well, the other day, I was up in the highlands of Scotland, and while I was there, I found 2 people lying in the grass, holding each other's hands, looking up at the sky, and they were dead. However, using my elementary powers of deduction, I have concluded that it was not murder. There were no marks of violence upon them. There were no bludgeon signs, no sign that a rock had been tossed at them, nor were there burns or the marks that lightning can leave upon a body. Yet I have an idea as to how these people die. But what do you think? I've told you all the clues I needed to solve this riddle."
I'm sorry. What is Scotland?
He's got me there. But I also said the Highlands.
Ah, yes, of course. You mean Lothian?
Sure. I think they called it that at one point. We've really established that time travel is just a thing in the fairy realm, just to be clear.
Yeah, but Kendrick still doesn't know what Scotland is.
Great. It's where the Picts come from.
Yes.
Those damn Picts, those contentious Picts.
Yeah, those
They're
contentious
always
Picts.
fighting. The Picts and the English. Sorry, you don't know what that is either. The Picts and the Saxons, the Picts and the Angles, the Picts and the Welsh. Sorry, you don't know what that is either. The Picts and the Cimmerics. Also, the Picts and the Picts. They really are ruining Pict land for the Picts.
Okay, Willie.
So, two people lying on the grass in the
Yes.
open, looking up at the sky, dead,
Yep.
Holding hands.
holding hands.
No signs of violence on their body. No
Correct.
wounds.
Yep.
No lightning strike marks. Did they just fall out of the sky?
Is that your solution to my riddle?
Yes, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
That is not the solution to my riddle, I'm sorry. But you have an infinite number of tries.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the Romeo and Juliet, like the fish riddle, but they're not holding, but the holding hands part sort of throws it off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you name all the clues again that you gave us?
Oh, you want me to start from the beginning?
You don't need to start from the beginning, friend.
No, just because obviously if it's lateral, give us every bit of it.
Yeah.
Very well. I found a couple that were dead in a quiet valley in the highlands of Scotland. It seems that they were found lying next to each other, hand in hand. Pleasant field. No sign of whatever it was that killed them. No evidence of broken limbs. No sign of suicide, assault, lightning, leaves burn marks, as would fire. Nothing like that. No signs of rock wounds.
How old were these people?
I mean, he never said people; he said a couple.
Yes, a couple. Yes.
But I did say hands, so there aren't many
holding
animals
hands.
that have hands.
Yeah.
Only a few that can be found in Scotland. Sorry, Pictland.
Pictland, yes.
Caledonia.
Could you tell the age of these, or is that not part of the riddle?
I could, but it's not relevant to the riddle.
I see.
Let's say they were in good health and 35 years of age. You know, as good of health as one can be when dead.
Indeed.
The man sits there smoking the pipe and says, "That's good radio."
Well, nothing comes to mind for me. If there were no wounds on them, no signs of sickness, and they were in good, or they seemed to be in good health for,
Sure.
aside from, being dead.
And didn't fall out of the sky.
Yes, and they did not fall out of the sky.
Well, that would be unnatural.
You've stumped me, good sir.
Great. Do you want to know the answer?
Sure.
Sir Arctos will, look at his two companions.
He puffs at his pipe and he goes, "They died in a snowfall. Froze to death."
Interesting.
That's why they call me the first mystery writer, he says. He puts on his deerstalker hat and begins to walk away. If my name's not... You think you can get me? You can't get me. It's elementary, my dear ferryman, as he walks away.
Very well.
Very well. Sorry, that it's part of a series of riddles called the Sherlock riddles, which are just riddles about how people died. And one line is the clue that you need.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, Scotland. And I was like, that's the most important line. I'm trying to tell you that we're in the highlands of Scotland, so it was snowy.
I think Sir Arctos will call out over his shoulder and say, it's actually Poe is widely regarded as the first mystery writer.
Edgar Allan Poe? What a hack!
Then we'll ride on.
You watch as this mysterious mystery writer complains about the telltale heart. Why would a heart tell tales? I'll tell you the real magic in the world, Harry Houdini. And fairies are real, and I can prove it. There's photographs. He says, like an old British man at the side of the road, yelling at you while waving his finger.
Of course they are real. We are them.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Wait, where am I? He says to you right away. Incredible. All right. You all make it to Caerleon. You can see that there is a sacrificing toll that is required to go from this side to the other side. You need to entice someone in the mortal realm to leave out milk or bread for you, and or for someone to pass through a circle of mushrooms. If you do that, you can make it over to their side.
See, interesting.
What a mushroom special.
Yeah, it's got the right shirt.
Now, James, there is one slight problem. Your character does not have a material body and cannot return to it until Judgment Day, per the Catholic doctrine. So you cannot pass through to the other side except as a ghostly spirit.
What if I command him to?
Well, I'm sorry, he can't do what you want him to do. What if you commanded him to give you $1 million out of nowhere?
Listen, he's bound by fairy magic.
He can be bound by fairy magic, but he's also bound by the laws of Jesus Christ.
But can I convince one of these two to convince a second person to do so on my behalf?
So how do we get someone to leave us out milk and or bread?
Now remember, you're on the fairy side of the realms.
So can we see into the mortal world?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Only there was some sort of skill specifically made for this particular action.
Yeah. Would that be courtesy?
I don't think so. I think it might be folklore. The one skill we started sealed, and then James managed to unlock it.
I have a 2.
I hate to tell you this. I'm as good at folklore as I am at dancing.
Great. The great news is you can all attempt it at least once.
Right. Let's go.
Can I attempt it though? The problem is I can't.
Yeah, you can attempt it. You can attempt folklore.
Oh, I fail.
Yeah. I don't know why you're saying it like that. You want to succeed at this role, by the way.
May I impassion love of family since I'm trying to influence my family?
Yeah.
That succeeds.
Damn, you're pretty good at love of family.
No, that's my highest thing. I'm famous for it. Whether or not let's find out. It does work. Yeah, it works.
Nice.
That would have been a crit if I hadn't loved my family, fucking family.
Holding me back.
The Inquisitor, would you like to also attempt a folklore?
Yes, can I impassion hospitality?
Yes, of course. Of course.
I fail.
Oh.
And that is that's a major passion or whatever that's called, right?
Famous, yes.
Yes.
So I will be melancholy for the next
Well, you're a fairy, so it works differently.
certain number of days.
But you still can roll. It's just at
-5.
-5.
Yeah, which means I can't.
Well,
Yeah,
you can
no
succeed on a
chance to
1,
succeed.
I believe, right?
And you can also
no.
roll, you can roll a 20 and fumble. That's you still have to roll because of the fumble might matter.
Yeah, and actually you fumble on a wider spread now too, because your negative takes you to, well, I guess a 1 will always succeed, but you now fumble on, if your skill was a 2 and you're taking a -5, you fumble on a 17 or higher.
18, 19, 20.
18 or higher. Yeah, you're right.
18, yeah.
Great. Not a fumble, but a failure. As you ghostly enter the realm of humans and their mortal bodies, you alone pass through to the other side. As you pass through, you see that there is an old man ailing in bed. He looks up and he seems to see you and he says, "Oh, good. The bread and milk that I had them leave out. It's you, isn't it? I can't see you, but I can sense you." And he's like breathing heavily. He holds a hand out and puts his hand on a barrel of ale that's next to him. And he says, "God told me you would come for this. I am the Archbishop Dubricus. You might not recognize me because it's the year 529.
$529.
Right, writing down some notes real quick about year 529. I sense you, spirit. I sense you there. Speak to me if you are a man of God.
Do you desire last rites?
I do desire last rites.
I am not a minister, but I am a man of God.
There are extensive Roman Catholic theologies written that any Christian and even non-Christians can administer last rites in an emergency. You don't have to be a priest.
I will do it. I just want you to know that I'm a man of God, but not ordained.
He pulls you close and he says, "A last confession that I give to you. I weep, for I did it at the king's command. We committed the exorcism, driving the last of the magic protecting Britain. I feared it was a mistake. It's not in God's plan. The king is wrong, and now there are 3 disasters on the realm of Britain, on this land. In the year 529, a lot of things go wrong because of an exorcism, and no one can stop it because it's a canon event. Now that you've experienced it on screen, you can't stop it from happening."
I have learned that kings are still fallible.
Yes.
It may not be part of
There
God's
is only
plan,
one king who is infallible. The King of Kings. And I don't mean the High King or the Pendragon, just to be really clear.
No,
I'm dying.
I understand.
The last rites priest.
I will give him last rites.
Great.
He may be received into the kingdom of heaven.
Awesome. As he sits up, you see
I do it
that...
poorly.
You're right. It is not a great roll. He sits up, but his body remains seated as his spirit begins to separate and float towards the ceiling. He says, "Before I go, I bless the sacred ale. I bless the sacred ale. It must be delivered to Oberon." And also, I am a saint. I see now as my soul is drawn into the kingdom of heaven. The treasury of merit is open before me. You, good knight. I will perform many miracles over the years, and many miracles I've performed before. No, I'm moving towards the ceiling too quickly. Hold on. I need to tell you that when I was a little kid, the reason I became archbishop was because I performed a miracle. My dad tried to kill my mom because I was a bastard, and then I was like, hey, what's up, Dad? And then I touched him, and I cured his leprosy, and they made me a saint. It's crazy, dude. I give you my virtue from the treasury of merit. James, your character, who embraced someone like a true Christian and stabbed a woman in the back with a weapon you were not supposed to have.
I didn't stab her. I strangled her to death.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
my bad.
he was a serial crasher.
I forgot how it went down. You strangled her to death in a nunnery when you promised not to commit violence, and you also killed a widow. Two things that are explicitly against the code of a religious knight.
And orphaned her children.
Yes. Or, well, technically that's not part of... If you killed an orphan, that would be against the code of a religious knight. Killing an orphan or a widow, both part of the religious knight oath as being bad. And, of course, he promised not to do any of this before he went into the nunnery. Anyway, Archbishop Dubricus blesses you as he goes to heaven, and you can go to heaven with him right now if you want to.
I still have a quest to complete. It's part of
You
God's plan.
stay, knowing that at any time you can just choose to go to heaven. You're ready. You're fully prepared. You're 100%. Any moment you could turn to me and be like, I go to heaven.
Isn't he still bound by fairy magic though?
Your fairy magic can't overwrite the power of Jesus Christ in this setting. Let me be so clear about that. In this setting, God is absolutely provably real and is the King of Kings. I'm sorry, Spoon. He answers to a higher power. Great. Unfortunately, none of you are in the material realm and can take the beer. The beer that has been blessed by a dying saint who is the archbishop of 2 different churches.
So this dude left out bread and milk, though, right?
Yes, but it only allowed the ghost to come through.
Well, but he said bread and milk.
Yes,
and it was bread or milk. So technically, one of the other ones of us could go through as well.
You know what? I don't like the way you said that, but I'll buy it. I'll
play
buy
it back.
You don't need to play it back. I'll buy that because today is the fairy section. And so your technicalities actually do matter.
So Sir Arctos will also pass through into the mortal realm after Bishop Dubricus has ascended.
Great. Archbishop Dubricus, who now famously dies in the year 529.
Yeah.
He dies comfortably in his sleep next to a giant barrel of alcohol, which miraculously will disappear after someone comes to check on his death. They're going to be like, whoa, where did that barrel of beer go? It's a miracle.
It seems this is the beer then.
Hey Pete, just to make it legal, I'm putting in a donation to justify Spoon's egregious
my technicalities, my rules lawyering.
Yeah.
Justified? Very well. Wait. Are you activating a puzzle?
No, I'm just putting through a general.
Oh, okay. I was so confused by the way you phrased that. Very well. Who am I to hold my nose up at a donation for children's charities on behalf of a guy who pushes technicalities?
So I will grab this barrel of... how big is this barrel of beer?
It's like a big barrel of beer, but you're a giant fairy knight, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will take this big barrel of beer and throw it up on his shoulder and...
Great.
and then uh, transition back into the fairy realm.
Great. You're back in the fairy realm.
All right.
Waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
What are you waiting for, Glimo? What do you think's going to happen?
I'm guessing that something that he's back without the beer.
No, the beer is back.
The beer is back. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No. I'm not going to get you on a technicality like that. James, you are still a
Yes.
ghostly spirit in the worlds of men.
I'll return with
Very
Kendrick
well.
too.
You can return if you want to, or you could just haunt the church. Not a good idea, considering they just committed an exorcism and could just go ahead and keep doing that at any time. But
They're exorcism happy at the moment.
yeah, they're pretty exorcism happy.
Yeah, so I will strap this this barrel of beer to my horse.
Right?
And say, well, it seems we've succeeded in our task. We must return to the king with this brew to be delivered.
Drew, is our task a success before it's delivered? I don't think so.
Yes, fair. But we've gained our objective. Now we must complete the quest.
Very well. We cut to several days later. You are approaching the bridge where you battled with the Knight of Song and observed the Knight of Rap. You can see that there is a new fairy knight atop it, also atop a destrier. He is wearing a Commodus face mask, the metal face mask that he had, like a Roman face mask, so that his identity is concealed. You could see that on his heraldry, he has a gold field with a black antlered being on it. He sits with his sword across his lap, but he is holding a oar to prevent people from crossing the bridge. And he says, "Ho, travelers! I am the knight who holds an oar and prevents people from crossing the bridge. I came up with this idea first, before anybody else."
There is a problem, sir. For we are the knights who cross bridges uncontested.
No.
Damn it.
Do you wish to contest me?
You are
Kendrick.
you claim to be the first knight to guard a river crossing with an oar?
Yes. I said a bridge, not a river crossing.
A bridge.
Yes.
Hmm.
Play it back.
I think you may be in error, sir.
You claim that I am a liar, sir?
I claim that unless you are this knight that I think of, that
Did he guard a bridge, or did he guard a low point in a river that one could ford across?
he did guard a ford. That is true.
Sounds like
So-
I'm the first knight who came up with the idea to cross a river
On
over
a bridge. Over a bridge, very well.
with an oar. Classic English literature right here, and I invented it. It's me.
Very well. What is your challenge then?
You can ford my bridge on either side, but if you want to say you crossed my bridge, you must solve my riddle. What has 4 letters, but sometimes has 9 letters, but never has 5 letters?
So what has 4 letters? Sometimes 9 letters?
Correct. That's correct.
Yes.
You say correct?
Yeah.
All right. He puts the oar down and he goes, fuck. I was hoping I'd get someone here for a couple days or something, You guys are so mean.
You're an excellent linguist.
No, he
Sir
goes,
Knight.
you're an excellent linguist, okay? You guys can count. That's not fair. That's cheating. He gets down off his horse. You can't see his face, but he sounds so dejected as he moves to
Tosses
let
the
you
ore
guys
off
pass.
the bridge.
No, he puts the ore down and he uses it to help him get off the horse. And he moves so that you can cross.
We will ride on past. Oh,
there is an
sorry.
old man further up the road who has good riddles. Perhaps you could persuade him to share one of his with you.
Are you talking about Sir Arthur Conan Doyle? It seems like maybe that riddle wasn't that good because you didn't guess it. You know, a good riddle is one that you can solve just in the nick of time. A bad riddle is one that you didn't really understand what the premise was.
But you seem to want a riddle that people can't solve, at least for several days.
Oh, that's a good point. And if there is someone who's really well known for being good at creating unsolvable things, except for that one niche thing that gets mentioned, it is Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Very well. I shall ride out to meet this Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and ask him to give me some writing pro tips. I'm sure that won't bother him. He seems like a guy who's really well adjusted.
Just tell him that he's the second most popular mystery writer.
Hold on. The way you said that makes me think that that's not going to make him happy. And are you sure that's true? Because I think Stephen King is the most popular mystery writer.
That's probably true.
You said popular, not first.
First. Fair enough. You could tell him he's the first mystery writer then.
All right.
And
the knight
that
who
would make
guards
him
river
happy.
crossings with an oar begins riding off after Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Right?
And we continue upon our way.
Amazing. You make it back to the castle of King Oberon, which hasn't moved.
Very well. I will ride up to the castle, untie the spear from the back of my horse.
Right.
Carry the cask inside.
All right. King Oberon goes, Kendrick to Piton. You got the bruise.
As requested, Your Majesty.
Very well. He claps twice and says, everyone, the Baron Taltha. Kendrick, would you like to make a dance check?
Sure.
Very well.
Why not?
Yeah.
Can I impassion on honor?
Yeah.
And this is at a +1.
It'd be so bad if you failed this, though, huh?
I literally cannot, and I critical.
Critical honor.
+10 on your dice check.
Yep. Let's
Can
see,
you critical
dancing
the Baron Taltha?
at a +10? No, I still fail.
Devastating. Devastating
Yeah.
to come so close to the sun and then have your wings melt.
Yep.
You do a pretty fair approximation of the Baron Taltha of the people around you. And yet, just because you're dancing it doesn't mean that you understand the interplay of the dance. It's clear that there's like signaling going on. People are making hand gestures. There is politicking happening all around you. If you fail with a passion use, that's bad. I don't think so, right? Is it?
Yeah, it's not great. I think you lose.
I wasn't sure if you crit the passion, if that negates if you fail the roll. I know if you fail a roll with a famous passion.
Here's the thing, though. You have to make aging checks, and I'm dead, and I'm a fairy knight.
And the other thing is, it's not just a single roll. It's because it's for the scene. So if you can dance well in the scene, then
as long as you pass at least once before the end of the session, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
The holy brew gets passed around. The fairies here are all deeply addicted to human brew, and the blessings of Jesus Christ gives it that little extra something. It's like when you're doing like a Bloody Mary, but then someone adds just a little bit too spicy of a hot sauce to it, and you're like, wow, that's got a real kick to it, huh? Nice. That was my go-to, and I forgot that pretty much no one here except Glimo really drinks. My audience also famously not drinking.
Well, you got a bunch of my audience in here, so they'll carry us all.
Yeah, no, they got
They're
it.
a bunch of drunkards.
They understand. Hey, I don't think they're drunkards. I think they drink an appropriate amount. Because I don't know them. That's it. That's the end of the scenario.
I
You
think
completed
that,
a lot of the stuff way faster than I thought.
Well, like I think it's a final thing. I just need to say to my brothers that it was good to ride together once more, and I wish you both all the best for what is to come for you now. While I now must ride into the kingdom of heaven atop sugar lumps.
Indeed. Go with God, Sir Gregan.
I mount my favorite horse and ride sugar lumps into the light.
Great. Now, heaven may be provably real in the King Arthur Pendragon scenario, but I can't tell you what happens after death. Unfortunately, Catholic theology is silent on this part, but I expect it is exactly what your character has wanted as a Christian knight. And purified of all of your sins due to masses held in your name, your funeral, your family's prayers for you, and also a saintly act from the Treasury of Merit by Archbishop Dubricus, a very real saint, you arrive.
Also, that plenary indulgence that was burned, that probably helps too.
But so indulgences are material credits of the Treasury of Merit.
Yeah.
So saints put extra stuff into the Treasury of Merit, and then the church is like, we're going to take some out. This card represents the saint's contribution to your redemption. Let's just be clear that that's how that works.
What man doesn't earth, so God will keep true in heaven. You know,
wow,
so.
Perfect. All right, so one of the puzzles we missed was the chicken fox grain scenario, but instead it was going to be fairy creatures from J.R.R. Tolkien's universe. So it was going to be the Badger Brock, the Guahir, which is the eagles.
Yeah.
And still a bag of grain.
Because we've done that one before, haven't we? In a charity stream.
The fox chicken and grain?
Yeah,
have I done that one before?
Yeah.
I guess, if you say so. I don't remember doing that one before, but I also famously not very good at remembering things. Guys, you did it. You solved my puzzling puzzles and my riddles, and you got everything but the Sherlock riddle from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So, famously, a guy who makes riddles that shouldn't be solved easily.
I've just heard so many similar riddles to that one that were just like, obviously the man dead in the field beside an unopened package is the parachuter whose parachute didn't open.
Right.
The two lovers.
So I heard it, instead of an unopened package, I heard it he has a ring in his hand.
Oh, yeah.
From where he pulled the...
Yeah, there's the two dead lovers surrounded by broken glass, and that's the fish in the fishbowl that fell over.
Two fish that died is the implication?
Yeah, could name Romeo and Juliet.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Because just like I said couple, but didn't particularly say it was human. Yes, but the fact that I said hands also implied it was human. Mm-hmm. All right, I get it. I see. Just to be clear, I'm not very good at riddles, which is why I fully had to borrow them. You've done it. And audience, you've done it. Because at $375, we've fully passed our donation goals for Cozy Up for Wishes 2026, Make-A-Wish International. And it should be further noted that tomorrow night from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, Spoon will be joining me on Father's Day for the third charity session in a row. I will be joined by a dad, and a guy who claims to have a bunch of daughters. While we can... Hey, man, listen, I've spent probably 2 hours figuring out how to describe our group this weekend. I was like, I need some way to get lost and lumped up into Father's Day, but still be funny. How am I going to do it? Well, I was driving a bunch today, and I finally came up with how it was. Anyway, tomorrow, there will be the final charity session of Goshbound. I forget what we're calling the session, but you can find me tomorrow where I will remember the name because I will have it written down in front of me in an email, and I will read that email's name directly to the audience. More bucket hats are available, but they are limited. I'm being told there's only a few left. You can buy the games package for Cozy Up for Games for the rest of the weekend. Thank you all for helping make everyone's dreams a reality. And I'm just very sad I didn't find an opportunity to include John Cena in today's episode, because I did it yesterday and I decided to remove John Cena from this one. Oh, hey, thanks for that sub, Big Spoon.
You're welcome, buddy.
Great. You guys have any closing thoughts before we wrap up this session?
I have a question about Harad's situation.
Yeah?
You said in the back...
Yeah,
well,
I agree with James.
He's been released at this point.
Yes.
Quest is complete.
Great.
Oh, never mind. I'm reading it again. I thought that I had an apprentice already, but
no, you have to select an apprentice, and it has to be someone from your male bloodline, at least 2 generations removed from you.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was like,
that was
wait
the
a
problem,
minute.
Right? Is that you need to wait for one of your nephews to have a kid or something.
Right. Well. So that would have been because one of Elfin's kids died this year.
Damn.
And that would have been, but it was a daughter. So if it has to be male bloodline,
does it say male bloodline in that email? I don't think so. I think
you must wait for another of your male bloodline 2 generations removed.
Damn, the game master is fucking sexist, dude. Shit, that's me.
How dare he?
How dare he?
Otherwise, I have an apprentice.
I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to have a boy. You better keep on banging it out, bro.
Well, I just have to wait for them to die. I've got 2. They just have to die.
Great.
It's my character line. I'm sure it will happen sooner than later.
Sure. You got another 50 years to let it happen. Just have one of them walk up to Mordred and call him a bastard. Audience at home, thanks for joining us. Are we back next week? Is everybody good?
I think so.
Yep.
We're continuing in whatever year we were. I don't really remember, but I think
517?
529?
No, it's definitely not 529.
Yeah, not yet.
You didn't like all those spoilers, huh? The 3 dooms that are coming to Britain in 529? You writing something down right now?
We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see?
Any chance I could do experience rolls for Sir Pendrick? He died with some check marks.
Yeah, you can do all the experience rolls you want off screen.
Sure. Okay.